Welcome back to my channel, guys. Welcome back. Histadrut. That's the name of the union, Histadrut. This is actually Israel's largest union, and they have called for something Israeli government did not see coming before. Let's take a look what they're saying. So starting tomorrow, Monday at 6 in the morning, the entire Israeli economy will go on complete strike. This is so unprecedented that people are in Israel shocked how this can go out of control so quick, so fast, so soon. This was not done ever in the past, that the entire economy will go on a strike. Histadrut, Israeli largest union, called for a nationwide general strike on Sunday after soldiers recovered the bodies of 6 dead hostages from Gaza. The remains were found Saturday from an underground tunnel in the Rafah area in southern Gaza. According to the military, these hostages were among 251 taken during the October 7th attack. They have not negotiated anything with Hamas to bring these hostages back. The one we have seen on camera sometimes coming from Gaza, from the Hamas's tunnel going back to Israel, those hostages, they were not negotiated with Hamas properly. Nevertheless, Hamas did release some of these hostages in the past as a goodwill gesture. But then they obviously stopped doing that. Hamas Political Bureau member Izzat al-Rashq claimed the hostages were killed by Israeli bombing, a statement Israeli forces have denied. Obviously, they will be denying because they do not want their hands to be dirty. But what we have to understand here is that over and over again during this conflict, Biden administration, they have sent weapons to Israeli Zionist regime. What you are seeing right now on the screen, just one example. There are hundreds and billions and tons and billions of tons of explosives were sent to the state of Israel and was given to the slaughterman himself, Netanyahu, who used those weapons against not only Hamas but also against his own people. And therefore, right now, they are obviously going to be blamed, but they do not want to take the blame. Hamas official, they're saying that the killing was done by United States and Netanyahu government, Israel themselves. A senior Hamas official speaking anonymously to AFP indicated that some of the six were approved for release in a potential hostage prisoner swap as part of an unfinalized deal. Okay. These people, they did not have to lose their life. 40,000 people who are being massacred, slaughtered in Gaza did not have to die. But all of them are dying for one person and one person only, and that is the Netanyahu himself. So if you are an Israeli, take this as a piece of advice. Your government doesn't care about you, and that's so pathetic. You pay for the government, you pay taxes and all that, only to see your government turning its back on you. Now, there are negotiation in the past. There were negotiation in the past, and there are negotiation right now. For example, Gershon Baskin, this person you see on the screen, he reached a negotiation with the Hamas, and he talked to the family members. And then he said, when we were about to reach a deal, the Israeli government said no. Israeli negotiators, this is what he has to say. Hamas and I reached an agreement to release hostages and to end the war. But Netanyahu refuses it. And who is this person? He's Gershon Baskin. He's an ex-Israeli negotiator. Every time they try to get the hostages out, every time they reach to an agreement, every time they make any progress, that does not sit well with Netanyahu, because he wants this war to continue. The more or the longer, I should say, the war goes on, the more time he can buy for himself to save his life, his political career. But at the moment, people are coming out in masses on the street, and they're demanding one thing and one thing only, and that is the resignation of Netanyahu. This is no longer a protest for the hostages to bring back, but it is also now has turned into a protest for the resignation of their own prime minister, who failed miserably. And quite frankly, I do not understand why it took them so long to realize that Netanyahu was not serving them, he was serving himself to save himself. But then obviously, right now we see that they are waking up and they are realizing that it is over for them to have any hope to bring the hostages back with the leadership of Netanyahu. Now, this is what Hamas said. "Oh, please, Israel killed hostages with US weapons, not Hamas." So this is a statement coming from Hamas itself. And then Hamas lambasted Netanyahu for lying over hostages' death. So Hamas, they are squarely blaming Netanyahu and US. Quote, "Truce possible, but Prime Minister does not want to end the war," says Netanyahu's own minister, his own advisors. The truce was absolutely possible. So Palestinian group Hamas has lashed out at Israel after the bodies of the hostages were found. And then you also have Hamas claims hostages were killed in Israeli airstrike and not by its fighters. So there was no execution taking place by Hamas on these 6 people. It was done through the airstrike. So member of Hamas political bureau even blasted hypocritical Biden and the US administration. So this is what Hamas said: "The one who kill our people daily are the Israeli colonizers with American weapons. The captives found in Gaza were not killed by us, but by the relentless Zionist bombardment." And this is coming from Izzat al-Rishk, member of Hamas political bureau. Then it goes on to say that Hamas had been more concerned about the lives of the hostages than Biden himself. "Our ceasefire proposal and the UN Security Council resolution both have been rejected by Israeli Prime Minister." So when Netanyahu talks about, we wanted to have a deal and Hamas was the problem, no, they had a resolution. Meanwhile, Netanyahu has accused Hamas of blocking Gaza ceasefire deal. Again, the liar, the serial killer, and this is what he's ranting about, that we wanted to get a deal and this was happening, that was happening, and then we found these 6 bodies. Absolute bollocks and ludicrous. However, one of the Netanyahu's own has claimed that Israel Prime Minister for not wanting any truce. His own ministers. Truce possible, but Netanyahu does not want to end the war because, again, for his own political motive. Right now, situation in Israel is boiling. The Zionists, they should have kicked him out a long time ago, but if they do it now, it will not be too late. You should do it as soon as possible, however. Thank you so much for watching.